We're very privileged today that we have Professor Kehinde Andrews with us, one of the foremost lecturers and thinkers in Black studies. Kehinde, please.
Okay. Free. I'm just trying to warm you up. It's cold. No, so friends and enemies. We know we got some enemies, not just over there, but also in the crowd. I want to say, firstly, stay warm and stay safe. We've already been warned by the police. You can't bring coconuts. I think we can say coconut. Is that okay? The fact that I have to ask, can we say coconut, is madness, right? Tells you where we are. The fact that Mario Hussein is in there right now, on trial for political statements, madness. But I want to firstly give a cheer to Mario. Biggest cheer you can give to Mario, please now. Because Mario has done something, she's come forward, she's had the courage, because they've been targeting people for years. I've seen so many cases. We had a case, recruit emoji case, we had a case where someone called the pigs, and ended up being called in and charged for that. We've had countless cases, but Mario stood up and said enough's enough, let's go public and let's try and put an end to this. And that courage has to be respected. So one more cheer. The other thing to say is, we're standing outside in the courts, right? The courts are supposed to protect us. Do the courts protect us?
No!
Do our friends protect us?
No!
And this is the big thing. This law isn't for us. The irony is we struggled for these laws. We struggled for these protections, and these laws have always been used against us. Very first people charged under the Racial Discrimination Act, black and brown people, was black power activists. Roy Saw, Michael X, Obi Buna. 1967, Roy Saw got 8 months in prison for a speech he gave in Speaker's Corner, calling that racism, calling that imperialism. The fact is, shame. These laws have always been against us, because there's nothing that our friends like more than to arrest us. When I have the police coming to my door for no reason other than calling the calling a house nigger or a house negro, then you know the police have nothing better to do than arrest black people. Those are our friends. Our friends in the court, our friends over here. And so we have to understand that there's a good chance Mario is going to get convicted today. Because that's the precedent. Right? The law says you can't call coconuts coconuts. The law says you can't call hash negroes hash negroes. The law says you don't have free speech as black and brown people in this country. And that is what? Shame. And we have to be clear. When Mario came with that banner, and what that banner had, it had Rishi Sunak, Suella Braverman. You can't tell how many. I was on TV so much when we had the first brown Prime Minister. And what was everybody saying? This is progress. This is diversity. You should be happy you've got the Prime Minister. You should be happy you've got the most diverse government in history. So if I'm supposed to be happy they're there, I should also be able to criticize them when they're dropping bombs, supporting a genocidal regime. Free. Free. That's why we say coconut. It's not a personal insult. It's because you're in positions of power and you're supporting genocidal regime. You're supporting racism. So you may be brown on the outside,
but you're a coconut.
You're as white on the inside. That's what coconut means. So
coconut spot.
And if that gets me in trouble with our friends, then so be it. We have to defend our right to speak. We have to defend our right to language, because they brought these laws in to stop black power. That's what it was about. They don't want to be uncomfortable. They're fine when you're saying let's all get along, let's all hold hands, when it's all, remember after Black Lives Matter, some everybody, black squares, all this, they like that kind of anti-racism. But when the anti-racism gets a bit uncomfortable, makes you think a little bit, challenges you, nah, they don't want none of that, then you're going to be arrested and charged. So look, we have to resist. Like these laws came in because we resisted. We now have to mobilize to make sure these laws aren't going to impact us. Like I said, look, I may well be charged, that's fine, I'm okay. But people have been targeted, they've lost their jobs, they've lost their livelihood, and this has been going on for years and years and years. And to be honest, we've let it slide. I've heard too many people say to me, oh well, maybe we shouldn't use this language. Look, you can disagree with me calling you a coon, but that doesn't mean I should go to prison for it, right? Yeah. We have to be able to discern. We can have a debate about whether Uncle Tom's the right term to call an Uncle Tom, but I shouldn't be going to prison for it. And we've accepted too much of this stuff trying to go along to get along. Understand the courts are not for you. The police, your friends, are not for you. So we're going to have to mobilize, protest, keep going, keep moving. Please do not let this be the end. Right? We have to put a stop to it. To put a stop to this, we have to defend our right to speak, defend our, and this goes also to the core of what we're, so I'm the only professor of black studies in Europe. I mean, in the whole continent, you have one professor of black studies. He gets police knocking on his door for the things I write in the books, right? I mean, madness, it is a psychosis. It is literally a psychosis. But that shows you the level of disrespect for our, this is our knowledge. Uncle Tom has Negro, coon, coconut, they're not slurs, that's theory. But because it comes from Malcolm, because it comes from Claudia, because it comes from black people, you don't think it's theory. You think it's the same as when some white people call you a nigger. I mean, no, this isn't even for them, this is for us. Because I'm having this conversation with black people, telling me, no, you can't use those words. No, I have to use those words. And if we're not using those words, we're missing the point, right? So this is a much, much, much bigger thing, but we also have to support what's happening today. One more cheer for Marion. There's the courage to be out there. Remember the context. Most diverse government supported the genocidal regime, killing black people around the world, killing brown babies in Palestine. So free, Palestine!